Been a long time without you. Been a long time without love. Everything reminds me of you.
All right, good morning, Alpha Traders. How's everybody out in magical trading land? Yeah, I'm gonna just call it magical trading land. We're gonna combine it all together. Traditional markets, crypto, I don't care what you're trading. It's all magic. It's magic if you still got money. You know what you're doing.
Digital dollar days.
Digital dollar days. 100%. All right. Dog train going outside. Bye, pups. So, what's going on in these markets? Let's take a peeky poo here. Got the VRE up. Got 4 different reads going. Got a little Solana. The E-mini S&Ps. Dixie, of course. And Bitcoin. Last night, I mean, it was probably midnight. I think I was up. Just watching Dixie on these low time frames. You know, when Dixie gets strong, all these assets pump. When it gets weak, or sorry, when Dixie goes weak, they all pump. When Dixie is strong, they definitely all dump. It's a no-brainer. It's all about the strength of the dollar. Everything's trading against it. Let's see here. And Dixie's pulling back. I mean, it had a run overnight. This is right where I was watching it, right here. We had this rejection at about 10 o'clock. Boom. Then boom, the pump. I think I went to bed about 1. Woke up, I was like, oh, decided to take a little run, did we, Dixie? Now it's pulling back. Pulling back here a half hour before market open. We'll see if that continues. I mean, E-minis turned up. I mean, look, E-minis turn up right when Dixie turns down. Bitcoin turns up right when Dixie turns down. Solana turns up right when Dixie turns down. Hopefully everybody's aware of the way this works. Now, last week, I think it was in the beginning of the week. Yeah, I think it was last week, where where Bitcoin was. I mean, everything was like following Dixie. It was a really weird day, right? Dixie was strong, so were some assets. Dixie got weak, so did the assets. It's like, okay, what's going on here? But you know, hard to get a beat on this market, man. During obviously the bear. Where I hate talking about bear markets. I'm a bear denier, right? Everybody knows that. But I'm gonna trade these markets. I don't care which way they're going. I just, you know, I like to see the market strong. Obviously, it affects a lot of things, especially the pocketbook. There's a lot of people out there getting crushed. A lot of people out there getting crushed who don't know how to trade. Low time frame volatility. Don't know how to trade these markets to begin with. Right? They're either, you know, they're taking other people's advice, they're getting signals somewhere, they're just throwing trades on. Oh, this looks good. Yeah, there's a lot that goes into this to make sure that you're not just giving your money away to these algos. So they'll take it. They will take it. So yeah, Dixie on a run. Let me switch this over to the traditional real quick. Yeah. Was up about 1% at one time, down at 0.7 right now. Let's see, VIX is up. What's NASDAQ minis doing? Yeah, these E-mini futures, they really don't look too bad. I want to see where this new weekly range is for SPY. Let me see here. Gold and silver down, imagine that. Oil down, good. Now we're just waiting for the open. Crypto here.
Good man, dude. I had great scalps on the downside today and bounces off of them.
Right.
It was started last night my time. It was really nice, man. I mean,
nice.
4 days after the last intersect on the mean we had on Bitcoin on with the intersect between the power length mean and the RMLR, and what do you know? Boom! On that 4th day, nice motion, and it's carried into today even, and tomorrow we've got another intersect coming up on the daily.
Yeah.
Maybe even 2 in the next couple of days. So it's looking like a potentially good week for more scalps. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, it was like the weekly. The intersect was at the top side, I believe. Let me see here. Use for the 11 and the 30. Yeah, that 11 crossed up the 30 right there. Boop.
Yeah, the RMLR is intersected, but you know, I like when the regular old power mean
Oh, yeah.
does that intersect, because then you get that move.
And this is the problem.
Pretty much like clockwork.
So the problem
You can't
BTC's having right now. I mean, you got both these both of these reverse mean of log returns below this 33 power mean. I mean, that's just weak, very weak.
Yep.
That is what that is showing for sure. Let me go back over here. I just know I was looking in crypto to see if anything was sticking out. Band was down all last week though. Band was having some bigger pullbacks. Now it's up almost 10%. Some nice pumps. Had a low down here at what, 1.6? Yeah, $1.60. Jesus. Okay. Other than that though.
Yeah, now 9% today or something. So far.
Monero's up. Monero's up 3.3%. Nothing other than that though really sticking out. We'll take it when let me see.
Some nice little moves on ETH too, by the way. The downside was pretty sweet.
Right.
Yeah, on the low time frames, obviously, it's really fun to scalp.
Oh yeah, man.
Fun, I could say. It's really profitable to scalp as long as you don't stay in the trades and let it run away from you. You can get some nice moves on those coins.
Oh yeah, ETH. Let me see something. Yeah, ETH really went to the downside at the end of yesterday.
Yup.
Wow. Boom, 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 boom. Open up the new day.
GP.
Found support down here. 68.3 Laplace and the S1 on the daily. Oh, that's what I wanted to show. Let me I can leave ETH up. Don't break my chart, Ethereum. Behave. Let's see here. Yeah, here's yesterday. Here's Bitcoin right before the end of the day. Right when ETH did a, let's see, what standard deviation move was that? My goodness, ETH, let's see. Just a one? Yeah, first standard deviation. But this, again, the entire price action volatility range on the daily was inside the 1 SD range. All right, so ETH busted through its S4, found if you call it support, found some support at the first standard deviation. Then as soon as the day opened, boop, dumped right down to the 68.3 Laplace. Found support on the S1. Just now on this 4-hour candle, ran up to the 95.4 Laplace to the dollar. Wick right to it. Over here on Bitcoin though, right, you can see this pullback right at the end of the day. Wick right to the S4. And you talk about Bitcoin really tight. I mean, here's the 1 SD down here. A lot tighter than what ETH was. Then had a little pullback here. This monthly's support level down here, right? That's the S2, I believe. Let's pull this up, please. Or is, oh wow, that's right. That's right. That's what I was going to talk about yesterday too. If I was going to come in the Discord and actually talk, this is the S3 of the monthly, right? In my opinion, going into the end of the month, I like this as being a low. I mean, can we get some wicks below this monthly level? Yeah. But this is, you talk about a hell of a down move. You don't see that often. Go back, look at monthly ranges every month, right? The fact that this price action has dropped all the way to the S3 on the monthly, it's pretty intense. Pretty intense indeed. When you think about, let me bring this down a little bit.
When you look at the weekly, like on Bitcoin, like we were doing before, or you can see it on this chart right here on the weekly tags that it's hitting, like on the reversal projection boss from a couple weeks back, we had that nice little drop there. We're now sitting pretty much just below the 95 percentile on the Laplace distribution. So we've been sitting on it pretty much all day around that area. So it should be quite an interesting week. I definitely think that is going to be the case.
Yeah, BTC from the bottom of its monthly range all the way to the S3, pretty much 20%. 20% to the downside. So, wow. And we know when that happened, right? That was, let's go over here real quick.
It's a pretty sick move for the monthly.
Yeah. Oh, big time. Big time. Here it is right here. Boom. Yeah, it was up there about 23 or whatever. Let's see.
If you're trading like most retail traders, you got wrecked left, right, and center because you probably over leveraged it 10x or something. But if you're trading smart, you could have made 20% easily going, just shorting it down. And if you did a few moves, well, you could have gotten a lot more than that, obviously.
Yeah, because we were above the monthly. So this pullback in general, like almost 30%. Almost 30% from the 22 to where we were at. What is this, a daily? Ugh. Boy, I'll tell you what. That 30 is right on. Let me make sure that's the 30, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. The 30 length RMLR is right at the 33 power mean. And let's see, we're talking 18.5 area up here. This is tricky. Tricky. What's going on the 4 hour? Let's reset this price scale. Boop, there we go. Okay, where is this little power mean? It's still populating. Come on, sweet.
We're set up for a nice move between now and Thanksgiving. That's for sure. Some nice trading action.
Yeah, in my opinion, I got to look at the other charts, but where is this power mean? Having trouble populating, are we? It's Monday morning. Machine's firing up. This thing, dude.
Yeah, trading
there we go.
Are slow.
So yeah, both the RMLRs are below the 33 power mean on the 4 hour. Just had a little mean reversion too. Right, back up to like whatever 16.3 area. 4 hour, kind of pulling back from them. Both of those RMLRs are right there. Yeah, if you're watching this on YouTube, you see this looks like a mess to you. It's not a mess, trust me. Trust me. There's a lot of noise, right? We've got deviation bands around these RMLRs. That's what you're looking at. And by the way, tight. That's what I was noticing on the weekly too. They're tightening up. Bands are starting to tighten on that RMLR really hard. What does? Let's turn on the 11 length. Yeah, look at the 11 length.
Yeah, look at
tightening up big time. Turning up. Where's that at? About 19.3. Actually, 18.9. 18.9 area. There's going to be a mean reversion on the weekly. At least on the 11. Where is? Let me see here. Yeah, a little lower. What do we got? Yeah, right around 18 for the 30 length. So did we get a little pump here? Is this thing going to turn around? Let's see what's happening here. First, let's see how this daily's looking. Bearings turning up.
Definitely still in mean reversion on that weekly. Absolutely.
Let's see here. Yeah, the volatility.
Yesterday on the daily, it actually hit a 3 RMLR to the upside, which is obviously still far below the mean, the daily, the power mean of the daily. So it was like, wait a minute, we hit a daily, it's a classic example of like when the probabilities can kind of blow things out of the water for you in a good way. So we had that RMLR, dropping down for the past several days. It fell below, the third band of the RMLR fell way below the actual power mean, and actually we tagged the price to the upside because it was just below that first Laplace on the distribution, and you can see it on your daily right there. That third standard deviation band of the RMLR of the 3012 RMLR, right?
Boom.
We tagged it, and it's still below the means, and then that band shot right back up to today.
Well, that's the
33 or the 30, which means it could easily revert towards that mean and close that mean reversion that is in effect, or it could be seeing some more playing out to the downside or even sideways for a while. But yeah, looking good in my opinion for some more low time frame scalps, no doubt about it.
Yeah, after you get this dump like this down to the 2 SD band, wick right to the 2 SD band, wick right to the 3 SD band. This usually is going to mean revert. Be careful. Be careful, all you shorts.
Yeah, it just does mean revert after it stops tagging it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're seeing that happening.
Yes, it does.
Very nice and clear. And it's re-entering random walk mode right on that daily you just showed. So, wow, look at that 3-day. That's powerful, man.
Where's the 11 at? Okay.
Yeah, if you're looking at this,
Hmm.
like Bilbo said for the first time, this is probably like, what is going on here? What are these lines? What is this stuff? The math is making all these lines. We don't draw these things, right? This is literally standard deviation bands and Laplace distribution bands.
Wow. Look at this 5-day, man.
All based on means and returns. So
This 5-day is beautiful. Just to show why we do what we do. Why we do what we do. Let me bring all this in here. Down a little bit more. All-time high.
token.
Yep.
Nice pump today.
So here's the all-time high right here. You can see. Let's go back. All right. Here was the first high. Back here at what I think it was like 63. Right? And this is literally. Let me go back farther. All right. We're running away. This was the run-up back here. Right? We're chugging along. We're up in the upper deviation bands. At some point, you're going to have mean reversion. There it is, right there. Right, there it is, right there. So now, we drop below the reverse mean of log returns. We find immediate support here on the 33 power mean. Didn't last long. Didn't last long at all. Then we send wicks through the 3SD band. People always wonder, why do we get wicks like this? It's all probabilities, man. It's all probabilities. Then we're going sideways. Just tag. I mean, this was the 3SD. We're over here tagging the 2SD band. What do? We go up to the power mean again. This thing is mean reverting. Boom. It mean reverts right here. Gets up above the 33 power mean. Gets almost to the 3SD band. Checks the 2SD band again. Mean reversion. Right? Drops back down below the 33 power mean again. Now this is where the trouble started. Right? This is where the trouble started. We're just going sideways here. Get a perfect rejection off that power mean. A wick down to the 2SD band, mean reversion. And here we go. Another wick down to the 3SD band, mean reversion. And what's happening when this thing is mean reverting? It's rejecting. Boom. We're riding this power mean down. Or not power mean, sorry, the reverse mean of log returns. You can see recently, look what happened on the 5-day. Why did we get this recent pullback from like that 22K area, 21.5, whatever the hell it was? Reject right off the power mean. The 33 length power mean. Got a wick right to it. Pull back. Now we're down here below the 2SD, or sorry, we pulled back inside the 2SD band to the top side. Whew. Tell you what, we get mean reversion. We're down here around 12K. 12K Bitcoin. Not bad. What's I going to put Solana at? That's what I want. I want to buy some juicy Solana. I like it under 10 bucks. That would be nice. That'd be real nice. Where's the 11 here? Let's check this out. Just below. Just below.
Yeah.
Got a ceiling.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that price tag either 12 or 11K, and everyone's like, oh, it's going to hit 10. Maybe it'll hit 10, but usually when everyone says something, it doesn't quite do what everyone says. So if it hits around 11 or something, or even 12, yeah.
And this creates a pretty damn good range too, like on the 5-day to the top side 20.7, bottom side 12.2. Wowzer. Yeah, so we're talking 8K range pretty much in between the 33 power mean on the top side and the 30 length RMLR to the downside.
Nice fat range.
Yeah, big fatty. Big fat range. And the weekly, now the weekly's interesting.
Yeah, look at that power mean dropping, man. It's like the slope even increased further. It just continues to fall down.
And that is
and
above
head towards the RMLRs and the returns.
Yeah.
As the bands start to tighten up too on the RMLRs too. When that happens, and you've got mean reversion happening, expect some kind of mean reversion in the offing in the coming weeks.
Yeah. Something's up. That is for sure. There's the monthly. I know it looks like a mess. It's not though. Let me see here. Wowzer. Turn off this 11. No, let's leave that 11 on. Turn off the 30. Yeah, there we go. There's this little pullback. Boom, right to the 3SD band. Mean reversion. Up above, we got wicks above the 2SD band. Mean reversion. Got up under the RMLR. Went down to test the power mean. Broke right through. So, bam. And now, right, we got the 11 length RMLR cross down the 33 power mean.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
And we got a move literally on the candle. We didn't even have to wait for more. We just got a nice move right on it.
Yeah, big time. And so, but like I said, just where we're at, price action volatility range on the macro, I think this thing to the downside is cooked. I don't know if we're going to see this thing drop too much farther down, at least through the end of this month. I'll tell you what though, when December kicks in, the way this monthly looks like, where the hell was that? 30. Yeah, the 30's above it. 30's still above. 30's above the power mean. The 11 dropped through, but this could, we open up a new monthly like this, we're probably going to have you're literally going to have a 3 SD band, probably around 7K, a 2 SD band down around 10, something like that. Unless this thing wicks back up to about 20K, that these bands are not going to turn up. And I'm just looking here if anything's intersecting between these current candle ranges and these deviation bands on the RMLR. To the top side, 3SD, that's a 40K. Yeah, why not? Fuck, right? It's crazy cryptocurrency.
Yeah, right.
Don't ever be shocked. Don't ever be shocked by crypto. This thing's a beast when it wants to be.
Look, on the very same chart you're looking back, right? You're looking at it. If you just go back to like 2017, you could see a couple of, even more than a couple of months where you've got just insane wicks. Like, sure, they don't look crazy when you shrink them down like that, but when you stretch them out and you realize, whoa, those are some very big ranges on the wicks alone.
Mm-hmm.
And so don't be fooled by just because things are going something one day because you read something.
Yeah.
Look at the charts, look at the math, look at the probabilities like we're showing you, because this is literally how the asset actually moves. Right? It doesn't care what's in the news. Robots don't care about your emotions or what's in the news. They just trade the maths.
Yep. This is good right here too to show this run up back here to 20K. We talk about this quite often, just to show the power. But man, this thing's up here. It wasn't closing any candles back inside this 1 SD band until right here. So this was a no-brainer. Then you get a wick right to the 68 through your top side, mean reversion. Boom, finally. But that candle in December, you can see, right? It went up outside the 2 SD band, tagged the third standard deviation normal distribution on that current candle on the monthly, then pulled back inside the 2 SD band, which that was a little warning right there. This thing was getting ready to mean revert probably. And that tap on the 95 for Laplace, 95 for Laplace in January, wick right to it, right? Then hammered back down to the downside. Then you get this. That was a little fake out for all the little candle traders, right? Because most traditional TA, they're going to tell you, oh man, that's a pretty bullish candle right there. And if you're looking at this, you're like, oh yeah, I got a wick down, mean reverted. Now we got this bullish doji. Man, this thing's probably going to fly again. Wrong. Dumps right back down through the power mean. Then makes a run up to 14, right? Boom. Almost got to the 2 SD band. Mean reversion again. And then that wick to the 3 SD band. Then that starts to run to the all-time highs. Bam, bam, bam. Again. Did not close a candle outside the 2 SD band. Didn't close one inside the 1 SD band. This thing's just hovering between. God, it almost looks real similar. Then you get this doji right here. Boom. Which is almost a little bit of a hangman candle. Down we go. Mean reversion. To where we're at now on the monthly. And like I said, we did have this intersection.
It's funny because people say when... people who know about trading a little bit, they'll say, well, it tends to run up and down in a parabola. It tends to run up in a parabola, and when it breaks the parabola, it tends to fall, which is true. That's because it's breaking through the standard deviation bands or the Laplace bands. But guess what? It does the same thing when it's going in the other direction. So when it breaks the parabola to the downside, expect it's going to do something different than what it's been doing. And if you look at recently what it's been doing on the monthly, it's been taking kind of a pounding to the downside, and it won't go down forever unless it goes to zero, right? And that's not very likely in an asset where you have very large financial interests at stake.
He said very large, friends. Let's see here.
Yeah, I know it's tiny compared to the traditional markets. I get it, but it's still not that tiny. It's still, hundreds of billions of dollars. So
yeah, like right
nothing
here.
to sneeze at.
You down here, you got wicks through this 3SD band. This thing's probably making its way to mean reversion, which is a 90-minute chart. I mean, we're talking 16.3. I mean, dude, we're $100 away from it. Little pump to mean revert. That'll tell a lot what's going to happen today, in my opinion. We get by that 30. Because we're already above the 11. Already above the 11. And let's see what that tagged. Yep, same. Same down here around the 3SD band almost. You can see on these current candle levels too. I mean, this wick went down to 3SD band here, but man, we were way outside these current candle deviation levels. And we blew through a lot of stuff. What is that, 3SD? Where is the 99.7 Laplace? Where are you hiding at, little? Oh man, it's hiding good.
On the current one? It's like right under the RMLR there.
No, this candle back here. Because there's the 3SD, little blue dot. Where's my little pink dot? Is that 99.7?
It's literally right under the wick. On the second one down, it's under the...
Right here.
No,
there. Not this one.
This
the bearish candle.
Before, yeah.
There is no pink dot. Unless it's hid really nice underneath the line here.
It's under the line. I see it. It's literally under the line. I can see it. It's right there under the wick, right on the RMLR line.
All right. Anyway.
Probably see it if you expand the heck out of it. You can see it.
Yeah, this 33 power means up here at about 16.5. That wouldn't shock me either. Nothing in these markets shocks me. Where's that 33 at? Let's see what's happening over here. Okay, yeah, we're above it. Where's that power mean?
And if you're looking at this and you're wondering, what are all these dots, right? These are standard deviation and Laplace distribution models, and those dots represent first, second, and third to the upside, to the downside. First, second, and third bands, essentially, to the upside and the downside. And they are essentially targets for trading bots that are, trading according to the maths of the distribution models. And they are extremely accurate. I mean, you just look at the chart and see candle after candle, these wicks tag those dots. It's not a mistake that they turn around at those dots, right? So that we don't draw those dots. They are drawn there by the mathematics that place them there, because that's what the standard deviations are of each candle.
Yeah.
So it is an incredibly powerful tool, those deviation bands, the alpha trading deviation bands.
Oh, incredible. Now on this, we know. It's not a continuous. Yes, we understand. Thank you for the warning. Excuse me. Let's see. So we're above everything on the 33 minute. And you can see how price action, right? Dumped down below everything. It's worked its way back up. Full mean reversion. Now we're back up above the 33 power mean. This thing could definitely run to the top side a little bit here and wreck some people. That's what this market does. We all know that.
Oh, yeah.
So,
absolutely.
What time is it? We got 3 minutes. 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, we should be hearing a train right around P-Funk if he's got a speaker on.
Right.
Got a mic on.
Yeah. Opening bell train.
That's why I've been muting. What's going on, guys?
What's happening?
Kidding me? I want to hear the train, man.
I know, right? Well, the doors are shut. It's 6 degrees here, so.
Yeah, it's cold here too.
Yeah.
Cold. It's better, man.
Very cold.
Yeah. This weather should be illegal.
It's yeah.
It should be illegal, man.
It is in Florida. That's why I'm going to move there at some point.
Yeah. Me too.
Should I tell you that because I wore shorts and a t-shirt today if I chose to?
Quit bragging, man.
That's real nice.
One of the few perks of living in the Middle East.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right.
The Middle East.
Does it ever get cold there, ever?
It does, yeah. There's parts of the country where it definitely gets cold. Even here, I mean, it can get chilly, not what I would call cold, not what you would call cold, but you can definitely wear a jacket. But in certain parts of the country, like up in some, the small mountains that we have, you get snow sometimes. Up in the Hermon, you get a lot of snow every year.
Yeah. So we got about an inch of snow on the ground here. It's 6 degrees. It's that ice cold. You know what I mean? It's like a freezer box.
Yeah. No, you guys have real winter. We have synthetic winter or simulated winter.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's cold.
That's all right.
For sure, it's
My
cold.
Lions on a 3-game win streak, man.
Yeah, you're
Good
rolling.
fun.
You are rolling.
I didn't even watch
Alright,
the
we'll open in a
football
minute.
scores. Was there wasn't there a game between the Eagles and Indianapolis or something?
Oh yeah,
No, they had Detroit, Cleveland here, or Buffalo, Cleveland here yesterday.
right.
They sold all the tickets for $20. It sold out in an hour.
Oh, I'm sure.
Right on.
Yeah, very cool.
For
I
sure.
would like to go.
Yeah, MJ's Eagles got lucky. I mean, they're supposedly the best team in the league, and they can't even come in and handle the Colts. Although Colts got the best defense in the league, they ran up against a buzzsaw. Is this are we sports channel now? I love it. During these market conditions, I'd rather talk about sports.
Does that 1 point fall
Hey,
under
now!
the standard deviation, or is that an outlier? I don't even know.
There we go.
Ding,
World.
ding.
Hey, Mark
Doing
Ruben, yeah,
game,
ding,
yeah.
ding.
Okay, let me see.
Ooh, I like what you're doing there. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, my VRE, I just
like
got it
that.
broke up into 4. Got a few different
okay,
assets.
right.
Let's see. Let's ditch Ethereum. You goofy.
That's cool.
Where's that goofball at? Wonder if he's eating more meat these days. Silly man. Silly man.
What is he doing
Okay.
with theirs? I heard they're dumping that today.
I don't know.
Yeah, somebody said that there's a bit. Oh, look at this spike up in the minis. Yeah, that they're dumping. There's like a rumor that some major thing is dumping a bunch of ETH. That's why.
Yeah, they should be. Hopefully they dump all the ETH and buy a shitload of Solana. Ethereum's got a major problem. All the ETH lovers out there, I mean, it's just ridiculous. You guys are... Woo-hoo! Exit plan. I don't know. I've just never been into ETH. I don't like the gas. What I do like...
No, but
Look at
but
this
I like to
monthly
trade
or
it.
weekly. Yeah, look at this
Trading
weekly
is one
range.
thing, yeah.
Everybody see this tight weekly range we're working with here on SPY? That is a
Yeah.
whoop whoop. That is tight. Holy mercy.
Yeah.
So, what did I say last week? I was like, this thing's probably, it's going to, right? We had a big weekly range. I was like, this thing is going to range. Going into the last 9 days of the month there, this thing could trend like crazy. I'm telling you right now, man, this thing gets above this weekly range, this could get real freaking interesting. Because that is tight. I don't know if I've ever seen that tight on traditional. It is literally 13 cents. 13 cents.
Yeah.
What's SPX look like? So, yeah, a little wider. Just a little wider. And SPX still super tight. Super freaking tight. And the minis, the minis are a little wider. Man, look out for SPY, man. Look out for SPY. And where is this bad boy? Hold on here. What am I looking for down here? Okay, there's the center of last week's weekly, right? We talked about that. Boom, boom. Gap down right below it. Hit the daily S4. Was that the bottom of the day? I remember talking about this. I remember talking about, hey, this is going to be the bottom of the day. We were literally closing up the stream, right? We were shutting the stream down. I was like, yep, probably going to be the bottom. And was it? It sure was. It was the bottom of that day. Where is... Oh, yeah, it's way down here. Oh, that's still on this.
Signals. The people want signals.
Signals. Boom. Or actually, that was SPX. But yeah. So SPX nailed the bottom of its range. Almost got it on SPY. But yeah, that was the middle of the weekly. This, though, this is interesting. This is real interesting. We just got a wick all the way to the top of the daily. 395.83. Pulling back. There's a lot of overhead. Here's the thing, though, right? We got a tight weekly above that monthly. Above the monthly down there. This could get interesting.
Mine didn't even produce a monthly on the SPY. Oh, wait a minute. That's weird.
No? Oh, yeah, you should have a...
Yeah, I got one cross. I mean, I guess might have that center of it at 397.26.
There's the top of the monthly on SPY is 380. Yep.
Oh,
yeah, it's down. It's going to be down a little bit lower.
Yeah, that's way down. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry, it's my first day.
It's okay. Yeah, we just got P-Funk. P-Funk's just coming in hot.
Yeah, wow.
No,
It's
it's
been
just,
an unusual last week, man.
dude,
So,
tell me about it, my friend. Tell me about
yeah,
it. Tell me about it.
I've had enough hospitals and ER rooms, and yeah, to last me a lifetime, man.
Yeah. Yeah, I bet you have. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, man.
Okay, so you have the center of the monthly 374.61. You don't mind
Yes.
me asking?
Yep. I believe
Okay.
so. Let's see.
All
Let's
right,
take
cool.
a peek down here. Where?
Way
Yep.
down there.
Three
Yeah,
seventy
right
four
there.
61. Yep.
Yep. All right, thank you. By the way, thanks for the link for the Trading View. That's a good deal.
Oh yeah. Super good
Yeah,
deal, man.
I can actually get more than 10 save screens.
That's what I tell people too, man. If you're out here and you want to be a professional trader and you can't do that little, you can't get, I mean, you got to have Trading View. I mean, you don't have to. There's other things out there. But Trading View, in my opinion, is the best. So
for that price, it's incredible.
For that price, yeah, it's ridiculous.
One other thing, do you guys know if they do tick charts on Trading View?
I don't know.
I tried to put a T in it to see if it's not coming up. I was just curious if anybody's ever tried to use it on a tick chart. It works better for futures. That's why I asked.
I think there's an indicator out there that is a tick chart. I don't know if TradingView has a native tick chart, but I know there's stuff out there. Like if you search the community indicators, you'll probably find something.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, you mean like somebody put it in their own indicator type thing?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
Gotcha.
I've seen something out there.
Yeah, because I was watching the NASDAQ minis, man, and I'm telling you, when you're on a minute with NASDAQ minis, and I don't think I'll trade the NASDAQ. They're too dangerous, man. And if you're not really watching the tick on a minute, I only have 1 minute because I only had the pro plan. So when I update this month or this week, I think I can go down to seconds. Not that I'm trying to trade the intra-second, you know what I mean? But still, though.
Right.
Because I think on the professional plus or the highest level one, you guys got 10 seconds or 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, let me see here. Yeah, what do we have? Yeah, how we go to?
I think
Let's trade the 1 second.
Well, you know what I mean.
All right, mister, you laugh, but I look at the 1 second sometimes
Do you
because
really?
it's kind of like music to my ears, and then I look at the 15 and the 30 when I trade the 1 minute. And
Talk
yes,
to
I do.
Warlord. Talk to Warlord on the 1 second.
Yeah,
man.
Jesus.
You want to see how these indicators work? Throw it on the 1 second and just watch this. Watch the volatility and the entropy and everything
God.
just moving fluid. Pretty powerful, indeed. Pretty powerful indeed.
Yeah.
So look at the
I think
weekly.
you can create whatever time you want, whatever chart you want. You can create it if it's not there, like time wise.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like I think if you click that the drop down up there by
Mhm.
the month.
Here.
Yeah, sure.
If
You
you-
can have whatever time frame you want.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
down
scroll
there
all
at
the
the
way
bottom.
to the bottom of that list.
You
Yeah,
can
you can
Right.
create your own.
Right, but what I mean by that is because of the package that I'm on, mine go to seconds. So like when I
Right.
upgraded, because this annual, like I'm on the middle plan, the Pro Plus or whatever, and then if you go to the Pro,
Right.
like I'm gonna update it to the Professional
Yeah.
or whatever.
If you have the premium, then you can see down to 1 second.
Yeah, then you can see that because I can only see a 1 minute on mine, and I can only have 10 cell charts, which
Which is, frankly, 1 minute is perfectly fine. But you
Yeah.
know,
No,
if you have the
right.
premium plan, it's fun to look at the sub 1 minute just to see what's happening on the one. To see below.
Okay, you got a
But
second.
really-
Pull up this stock. ICU. I had Charlie Uncle. Look at this pre-opening. You guys see Grinder on Friday? GRND.
not.
C star.
Yeah, look at this.
Jesus. Well, let me see here.
Somebody paid up.
What happened there?
I'm not talking about just today. I mean, you're going on what, a daily there? Look at it. We'll look at a 5 minute or 1 minute. I don't know. Must have had to do somebody like and then didn't like.
Oh. Jesus.
Wow.
Hello.
High,
Got out.
yeah, high print at 9:33 at, I don't know, 7:30 this morning or whatever the hell it was. 8 o'clock.
Wow.
I'm telling you, man, it's like mass speculation going on out here.
It's up a couple percent right now.
Here's Spies Weekly.
Yeah.
We did that outliers into the confidence intervals now with that opening. But man, this is it definitely is set up. It's setting up some hidden bull. If this bounces right here on the weekly, probably see this fish, this one fisher that's turned down pop up. And I'm saying that. Look at the DLP. This thing's on a nice steady rise. Total random price action right now. Contracting volatility, sloping down, negatively correlated. Now this is a weekly, so we gotta be careful. Here's the daily. Whoa, variance really low. Turning up positive. No man, this Z-score has been up here for a while. There's hidden bull div. There's hidden bull div. And we're getting a nice positive candle, positively correlated candle with this returns oscillator move, but it's flat, so that you got to definitely be careful here. Hello. Wow, this volatility is just crushed. I mean, coming off a cliff too. Correlations.
That could be the holiday week. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Correlations trying to turn up. This is
Yeah, it's a holiday week, and there tends to be a lot of nice motion.
Oh no, you agreed.
So here's the thing. You see this volatility, and then you see this tight range on the weekly. Yeah. We could have just a... Good Lord. This thing could really move hard. It really could. What's Dixie doing? Holding tight right here at the 1SD. Yeah, that's what I'm getting out of these charts. This volatility is going to want to expand hard. It is setting up hidden bull. There is, yeah, and there's no div. No bear div on the DLP. No bear div up here at the top on Z-score either. Or returns oscillator. Now the weekly, all right, we had that bear div on the return oscillator right here. Boom. That brought the oscillator right down to the zero mean. This is crucial. This is crucial. No doubt about it. I mean, the last week, a lot of indecision. Look at the candle. All right, a lot of indecision. They don't get any better than that. So this is, considering that we are totally out of trend altogether, total randomness. I like the contracting volatility on the weekly, negatively correlated. We already talked about the daily with that volatility falling off a cliff. 4 hour volatility down. It's starting to expand, negatively correlated. There wasn't any bear div on the... yeah, a little bit. Yep, a little bit of bear div. It is above the zero mean still, though. It is above. All the variances are low. Price action's random. We're getting ready. Something this week. We're going to get a nice pop. I'm going to say pop. That pop could be to the downside, too. The 90-minute Z-score is way in the bottom side of these confidence intervals. No bear div. Fishers are all right around the mean of the bands. Another intraday time frame here. Totally random price action, low volatility. 45. What are we seeing here? No bear div. No, little. Let me see here. Little hidden. No, nothing. And again, man, these bands are tight on these fishers. Random price action. Now on the 45, we're expanding, sloping up, positively correlated. Yeah, this thing's going to just sit here and mess around here for a little bit. What's this 33 look like? Let people get into some bad positions. Some of these supposed people that know how to trade the markets, they just keep getting wrecked. I don't even know how people trade the markets without the VEPS. To be honest, once you do this for a while, you're just like, wow, man.
Yeah, right.
And I'm not talking about, you know.
What, I'm liking the way the volatility looks on Hex right now. I know. I said it, Hex. Yep.
Shit, Yasha pulled that out of the Hex. I know you've made some money off that thing.
Yeah, I like it, man.
I know.
I mean, I've been trading that. I've been holding it and trading it from before day one, pretty much. So, you know.
A lot of people don't like Richard. I do. You know me, I'm a freak. I love it. First time I saw his video, he's sitting in his big chair with his candelabras and shit. I'm like, who's this dude? I like this guy.
Yep. And he gets the marketing, dude. He gets the marketing.
Yeah, and he's smart as fuck.
Like, It's on purpose.
That's the first term I'd be, oh, he's just stupid. If somebody says that, I'm like, I'm not even having this conversation with you if you don't understand how smart that guy is.
Yeah, he's when it comes to crypto,
Yeah.
he definitely knows his stuff.
Yes, he does. He does, for sure.
And also the marketing.
Yeah.
No question about that. He
And
gets the whole marketing angle very well.
He's confident. Anybody of confidence?
Yeah.
I like.
The whole thing about it, scam, it's a scam. Literally, I remember being in the live stream when we were all first discussing the idea of making a crypto that would use all of the best tactics of the scam coins in order to attract people away from scam coins and get them into a proper project. By basically tricking them into joining an actually good crypto project. And so people say, it's a scam. I tell you, it's by design intended to look like one and not be one at the same time. So you can, people call it whatever they want, but personally, I don't have terrible things to say about it. And I know there's people looking into it and SEC and all this stuff and whatever, and good luck to them. I honestly, because, some influencers might have said or done some silly things over the years since it's launched, but as a project and as a protocol and for what it is, I think it's done very nicely for people who know how to trade the VEPS. It's gone up very nicely. It's come down very nicely. And if you know how to trade low time frame volatility, again, price is moot. We only care about the returns. So that's, as far as I'm concerned, it's been a worthwhile project to scalp. That's what I can say about that.
Right.
Yeah.
Look at the E-minis on the S&P, man. Look at that wick right to the center of the daily. Whammo. Pretty crazy. Love it. Right when SPY opened. Got a quick little wick right up there. When SPY sent that wick right to where? Top of the daily, man. I mean, right to it. The E-minis went to the center. SPY went to the top. Which is right below the weekly. I'm telling you, man. I know what's going to happen there. Signals? Do you say signals?
Yeah, exactly. Signals.
I bet this thing fucking pops, man.
Yes, the price will be X, and then it will be X plus or minus Y.
Wow. You know what I want to throw on here, man? I want to keep the E-minis and SPY up. Dixie, yeah. You know what, Bitcoin? You behave. I'll come back to you in a sec. Let's see.
That's what I do. I have the SPY and the minis next to each other like that. That's the way I keep it.
Oil's taking a hit right now. Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, oil. 95.4 Laplace. Finding support down here. About 75.
$4. Damn.
Let's go, oil. Just drop. I want $50 barrels. Yeah. That's what I'd like. I want to see it at the pump.
Oil.
I want to see it at the pump. I'm so tired of this fucking oil cartel. It is ridiculous.
Yeah, that we created.
Of course.
That's the comedy part of it, man.
Dude, I was out driving the other day just looking around, just going, wow, man. They did a phenomenal job. There's so much, and people are like, well, we just don't have the technology to dump fossil fuels yet. You guys, my God. And I'm not talking about electric bullshit, because fossil fuels power that too. It's a fucking joke. Talk about a scam. The whole green thing's a scam. But there's hydrogen technology.
Powered cars, my friend. Wind-powered cars.
There's hydrogen. There's definitely hydrogen technology that's being suppressed badly.
And all kinds of things.
And they always say, oh, it's like, well, you're going to be driving a bomb around. But it's like, shut up. No, you're not.
They're already powered on liquid natural gas or LNG as it is, aren't they? I think there's trucks already on there.
Ages, yeah. There's buses.
Yeah, for a long
trucks,
time.
cars.
Yeah.
Since decades, literally.
Now here's SPY testing this daily again. SPY gets up here and gets pinched in between this weekly and daily. Then you see some 15-minute candles close. If you see 15-minute candles close above this weekly, this thing is going to run. Where to? Probably 400. Easily. Hell, that's low side, in my opinion. I mean, that's a monthly... What is that? Is that the R? Is that the R? God, is that the R3? No, there's the R3 at 416. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. No, that's right, man. We're not even... Yeah, this thing's got some room to run. If this thing wants to run this week, 401's the first stop. We got to get above this weekly. We get above this weekly, these algos are going to kick in. This thing's going to fly. This thing will fly. And there is the weekly R1 up at 402. So yeah, I'm going to work these macro levels every day this week to see where this thing ends up. If it gets stuck below down here, this thing could dump out. So here's the other side of it, right? Here's the S1 on the weekly, 390. And there is the top of the monthly, 380. You could see 380, right? I like to the top side though. I always go against the grain. Everybody's bearish. Everybody's bearish. People crying. It's like, perfect time. I'm telling you, something's been cooking. Something's been cooking. Oil, you just stay down there. You like the second standard deviation. So we got a wick through the 95.4 Laplace. And that is literally, that first 4-hour candle, 99.7. Got a wick right to it. It's a little white line right there. 4-hour, 99.7 Laplace. So let's go over here. What the hell is that on? Jesus. Oh yeah, oil. Fuck. Losing my mind, boys. Go over here to traditional, pop oil up. Oil. And was that yep, 4-hour. Goodness gracious, son. 4-hour. Got the current candle. And little pink dot right there. 99.7 Laplace. Wick right down to it. So what does this look like on the RMLR? Weak. Weak as hell. UPM, the power mean is populating right now. Let's see where this is at. See if we had a intersection. Holy shit. What is up with? The hell am I seeing here? Look at this wick. Wick's blue in that candle. Or what the hell is that? That's got to be a data error or something. I see the wick, the white wicks up here. Interesting. So no, we're just oils. This is weak as hell. Weak as hell. You looking at this cartel? Your shit's weak, son. But saying that, let me see here. Which one's the 11? Boom. So we're literally, it just dropped to the 2 SD band. You can see when it dropped to the 3 SD here. Oil tried to mean revert. Did it? Let me see. Let's see here. I mean, yeah. On the 11 length, we got down to the 2 SD band. Mean revert. Couldn't close the candle above it. Mean reverted. Opened up. Opened up 4-hour candle on the other side. Whoop, dipped right down back below. Man, that is definitely weak. That is really weak. It was like, nah, there's no support down here. Oh, your little magic lines. Gotta love it. Anything sticking out big time? Tesla's down. The bubble. When will the bubble pop? Yeah, he's fucking paying all his attention's on Twitter. Tweeter. Let's see.
Distraction.
No, yeah.
Coin's finally breaking down through 45 too.
What is? Oh, yeah.
Coin.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, hell, it's been on it.
I mean, yesterday. Fuckers.
It's been on it. Yeah, this is looking weak, too. Had this intersection on the 11, too. Everything turning down. No, man. I don't know. Let's see what happens here on SPY. Well, it's trying.
Oh.
It is trying. I got a crazy barking dog out here. Hold on.
It's all good, man.
You gotta handle the dog, man.
Come here, Wolf.
Yeah, oh my God, same with my cats here, dude. Yeah, same with these fucking cats,
stop.
man. All they want to do is go outside, and it's like they last a minute because it's too cold.
Yeah, and our weather's kicking up here, man. I mean, I just looked at the weather earlier. We got highs in the 50s all week.
Yeah, they're supposed to be here Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday. It's supposed to be warm again. Well, warm is relative.
Yeah. Just got my little princess back in. Yeah, the good girl misses her brother. It's okay. Yeah. Oh, let's see here. All right, SPY. Got 2 wicks at the top of the daily. Something's got to give here. Something's got to give. Dixie. You know, that's what... Let's take a peek here real quick. Let's pop this baby on Dixie. See what's going on here, because it's weak too, man. I say that. Let's see. So, yeah, this could... where's this power mean at? It'll populate. There's a lot of lines of code to burn through. Got that massive indicator, and I'm just using the one power mean on it. Oh boy. That's the 4 hour, huh? What's this daily look like? Did bust through. Okay. It's definitely still, I mean, what did it get down to? You can see it hit the 95 for Laplace right there on that daily candle last week. 105. Yeah. Now it popped back up. So it's above the 11. Pretty sure that's the 11. Let's see. Yep. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Weekly wise. Yeah, and this is what I'm going to still go back to. This weekly. Got back up above the weekly power mean. Got back up. But there it was, you know. It got right up to the 68.3 Laplace. We need to see if it rejects here, like the rest of today and tomorrow, and closes back below this power mean. If it does, the dollar's going to slip some more. Right now, though, I mean, hey, let's be honest. Let me turn off this 11. What did we hit? We almost hit a 3 SD band. So we know what happens, man. This thing could go mean revert. Don't think it can. The 11. Oh no. What is that one? Yeah, this is the 11, and it's up at 112. Boy, that's going to send the markets tumbling. And we turn on the 30. The 30 is still up at 114. All right. Wow. Old Dixie, man. Old Dixie. Let's see what's happening on this daily. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's a lot of bull div, man. There's bull div. Oh, actually, man, it's setting up hidden bear, though. The returns oscillator is. So the Z-Sor is going to be setting it up real soon. But the Fishers, man, the Fishers look strong. The DLP is declining. Back to this zero threshold here. Holy crap-a-rooney. Expanding volatility. Sloping negative. This is definitely going to be tricky here. Variance is turning up. Negatively correlated. Oh, man.
Yep.
And going into these holidays, this is going to get real spicy. Real spicy. But obviously, you know, we continue. SPY cannot, so far, can't close a candle. God, look at these, man. You just see that E-mini candle? But that's what it needs to do. Got to close a 15-minute candle up here above top of this weekly. Either way, this thing is going to range. And when I say that, because it's got a really wide monthly, this thing could go down to the monthly. All right? This thing could literally go all the way down to the top of the monthly. That was, what, 380? And then fly right back up. Because this is a magnet, man. A tight range like that, if you do not really get a sustained move, you will be right back at that sucker. Right back at it. Something that tight, that is definitely a strong magnet for the data set.
For sure. It's set for trending moves on the daily.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's buying these futures, man. These minis. The hell. Yeah, we want to see Dixie and oil just dump. Let's go. SPY, get your butt up here. But yeah, the VEPS. Once you study this for a while, man, it's really gives you confidence when you're looking at these charts. For sure, and obviously everybody's going to trade them different. But over time here, especially using everything together, you can get a good read on these markets, man. And this daily just... The daily on Dixie doesn't look bad. Doesn't look bad at all. You had this hidden bull div, right? Had this hidden bull div right here, getting this little pop. But it's literally, if this returns oscillator, it's actually setting up hidden bear right now. We had this little up move. I mean, it doesn't look too much, but yeah, when you get a little move like that underneath the zero mean, yeah, that's right at the top. So this thing's setting up hidden bear right now. One of the Fishers is up. I mean, you've got two. You got one that hasn't even crossed the mean of the bands. One barely has, not to the 1 SD. One right at the 2 SD. One right about in the middle of the 1 and the 2. Volatility. Wow. Interesting. What? What? What the hell can this candle be? Wait a minute here. Wow. Already 100 percentile? Man, this thing just opened last night, but obviously. See the 33-minute, right? I mean, it's been moving. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Let's see what kind of percentage that is, actually. Yeah, not even 1%. To have volatility just rip like that, all the way to 100%, literally barely into the day, man. I know it's been open since futures. What the hell am I talking about? So it's got what, about 8 hours or something? Let me see. Yeah, what does that say on the daily? Yeah, 9 hours. 9 hours left on that candle. Well, there we go. Let's see if we can get this 15-minute candle through. I'm watching these E-minis too, man. They're doing the same thing. Right? So you see 15-minute candle close above like 39.80 up here on the E-minis, and then SPY up here above this tight weekly at 396 area. I could start to get real juicy. Real juicy on low time frames. This thing could scoot, especially if Dixie pulling back here. Dixie starting to pull back. Could see it back down here at this monthly support level. Yes, you could indeed. All right, let's get crude off here. We know crude's dumping. Good, let it. Fucking scam. Let's see. Put this baby back on BTC. There we go. So on this 4-hour candle, this thing opened up 683. Bam, run right to the 95.4. Yes. Yep, there's a 99.7 at 16.5 area. And BTC, kind of a wide range. I mean, not that bad. Let me see. Yeah, not even 1%. I just have it scaled up. There we go. Let's scale this a little better here. There we go. So yeah, that's what I'm looking for. And all these assets, man, get up above these weeklies. If this is going to move to the top side this week, they all got to get up here. And you want to see Dixie close below this monthly support level. I'm telling you, man, you see Dix. Has that been tested? Yep, sure did. Right at the beginning of the day. Came in, boom, test the top of the new daily. Right there. And then just, where was the bull? Where were the dollar bulls buying? Front run the top of that daily. Whoop, sent that baby to the top side. Now it's pulling back. But you see a 15-minute candle close below here. That's the top side of the 68.3 monthly first support level. We could definitely drop down into this daily, right? So keep an eye on that, because if it does, you're gonna see SPY, the SPY minis, Bitcoin, all these. Everything's risky right now. Everything. I don't care what you're trading. Definitely gonna be risky with the current conditions in these markets. It's all a risk, but we love risk, right? That's what it's all about. You just have to know where to put your risk on.
Absolutely.
That's
and
all.
where to take it off.
Exactly. That's why I kind of just refined it down to getting that intraday bias, and then you got to stick to it too. You know, we know how all this works. Your bias could flip in the middle of the day. If it does, flip with it. Don't be stupid. But the read I get in the morning, I'm sticking to it. I'll put risk on to that side and take risk off. I'm still going to trade the other side of it, but right, limit your loss. It's not about just getting out of the trade. It's about taking risk off. 100%. About taking the risk off when you are counter trading your bias. And over time, you start getting stronger biases in these markets, right? By looking at these charts. For sure. Let me see here. Bam, bam, bam. Where is? So is there any Anything in the financial markets anybody saw news-wise? Because, yeah, we want to start talking about a little bit of news. We don't trade on the news, but there's a lot of interesting things going on. I've been out of the loop this
Oh, there's
weekend.
definitely stuff. Kenya is thinking of starting to tax cryptocurrencies.
Kenya?
Which may not sound like a big deal to people in the U.S. markets, but you have to realize that Kenya is the #1 mover of mobile money in Africa because of a few apps that were developed over the years, and it's actually a relatively big deal on the African continent. So there's a lot of opportunity there, and so they're looking at doing income tax for crypto traders specifically if you're in Kenya. Cardano is looking at launching a regulated stablecoin in early 2023. Those are a couple of interesting topics, I think.
Nice.
And if you look at Cardano in general, and if it has a stablecoin pair to trade against, which is actually regulated, then you'll have people, dipping their toes into that one and seeing whether or not it's a good stable pair, etc. So far, I have to say, Hoskinson, love him or hate him, the guy knows very deliberately what he is doing and has been very methodical with his planning and his build out of Cardano and the ecosystem thereof. So that seems to be like a pretty good development.
Massively good development. I mean, I'm a firm believer in that project. I mean, when it's all said and done, it could be the blockchain that rules them all, man. You never know.
It's already not a tiny one, and it could be one of the, could be very dominant.
Yeah.
Also, you've got Singapore. The central bank said in Singapore that it is not possible to protect local users from the FTX fallout, because obviously a lot of people in Singapore that were involved in FTX saw a bunch of financial damage because of all the different investments they've been making, and then it's not just FTX, but it's that whole web of companies that were tied into it, and you've got the whole collapse of Genesis that happened, which again, we spoke even last week about what are some of the safer U.S. exchanges, including maybe Coinbase, maybe Kraken, maybe Gemini, but then you realize, well, hang on, Gemini's #1 lending partner was Genesis, right?
Yeah.
And even though they say they don't have any debts on the books that are affecting their assets, well, that's what FTX said until about the time they didn't, right? So, I'm just saying, I'm not saying Gemini is necessarily going to go, bye-bye, but I would not be leaving money on any centralized exchanges these days outside of during the time I'm actually trading. And I don't care what centralized exchange it is. I don't care how gold ribbon they seem to you, or AAA, or backed by whoever.
Yeah.
I just don't, why would you trust an unregulated market centralized exchange with your money? It's foolish. Like, it doesn't mean don't ever use a centralized exchange to trade, because if you want to, go ahead, but don't leave your money there. And people who did were just foolish. There's a lot of FUD happening in the usual news about how FTX was this place where it was easy for people to put their money on and to keep their money there, and they thought it was safe. Well, if you put your money on a centralized exchange even a year or 2 or 3 ago, and you were in crypto a year or 2 or 3 ago, and you didn't know then that that's a dangerous thing, it means you were literally ignoring all the warning signs that all the people who know about this stuff have been saying, and we've been saying this forever. Not your keys, not your crypto. Don't keep your money on centralized exchanges. It's just foolish, Why would you do that? They're not regulated. So, yeah, a lot of that's still going on. We're going to see and hear a lot of fallout. It's going to be coming from people who are crying in their pillows because they did the dumb instead of doing the smarts, and that's another warning and another lesson. Don't leave your money on centralized exchanges. Have a cold wallet. Keep your money on there. And if people tell you this happened because Bitcoin's not real and crypto's not real, well, it's definitely real, and people who lost a lot of money can tell you that pain is very real. So it is most certainly real, and you should not treat it like a game.
Right.
That's what I have to say about that. Yeah.
Yes.
There's so much happening now. In traditional markets, you've got a big old mixed bag right now happening anyway, right now on the day. Which, as which is P-Funk pointed out, is quite normal in the week, and the week coming up to Thanksgiving, you usually have a lot of action, people having big expectations about what's going to happen on Black Friday sales, how's that going to impact, businesses, this and that. You know, we've seen over the years, a lot of things like Black Friday sales basically taking a hit because more and more people are leaning towards online sales like Cyber Monday deals, etc. Because they get either they get a better deal or it's the same deal, but they don't have to travel to the mall and wait in line to have,
Right.
you know, an air fryer hit them on the head or whatever, or
No,
a
there's
giant TV
you
turn
got
around, right?
a high probability in getting trampled.
Yeah, exactly. You have
And
a
you
higher
wouldn't-
probability of getting crushed at
Right.
at a Black Friday deal than you do, you know, getting hit by lightning. So
Another thing
probably that's going to continue the trend, and we'll see more and more people keep on buying on Cyber Monday
Yeah.
and throughout the remainder of the holiday shopping season. But all in all, we got a very mixed bag of assets right now across the market. So energy's down, technology's mostly down. You got a couple of green spots here and there. Finance is mostly up, but very slightly. Communications is pretty much up, but again, slightly, not so much. Healthcare is a big old mixed bag. Consumer cyclicals are like Amazon and Tesla and HD. Those are all, you know, Amazon and Tesla are down, HD up. Consumer devices are mostly up. Industrials are slightly up. A lot of neutrals, and it's a very mixed bag if you look at the overall sectors today. But that's what I consider to be wonderful, because that means you've got volatility, you've got differences in assets moving across the board. On low time frames, you could certainly get some nice scalps in. And I mean, if you look at these VRE charts that are right here in front of your face, you know, SPY and Bitcoin and the micro E minis and the dollar index and, you know, the grayscale Bitcoin trust. Look at those VRE targets. They're just all over the place, and it's wonderful for scalping if you know how to read the maths. And if you don't have to be a math genius to know how to use these tools. You just have to learn how to use these tools and not get suckered into all the voodoo nonsense that people use, or following, you know, fools who'll tell you, oh, it's, you know, it's breaking a triangle, so it's going to go up or down, or whatever nonsense they tell you. No, I mean, whatever. If you found a way to make money that way, good luck to you. But the other 99% of people who trade and get wrecked that way, they should probably just learn how to read the probabilities. And if they suck at it, they should just probably not trade and find something else to do with their time.
That's yeah.
Well said.
Well said.
The World Cup is happening, right? In Qatar. That's also a big deal in the news, right? Like,
Right.
Qatar's had some issues with human rights and this and that. A lot of issues. So there's a lot of disinterest in a lot of people who are typically big fans, and they shut down all the sales of beer 2 days before the kickoff.
Dude, that was crazy, man.
Yeah, dude. Like
was
Budweiser had like
crazy.
a $75 million sponsorship deal, and 2 days before the kickoff, they were told, "Yep, no beer. There's going to be like 2 locations in the whole country where we agree to sell beer, and it's going to be like 6 miles away from the nearest stadium."
What the
So
fuck?
a lot of people who are not happy, and last night a bunch of fans from Ecuador were chanting in Spanish, you know, "We want beer, give us beer," and stuff like that. And, they didn't get their beer, but they did get their win in the game. I guess that's something. But,
Against
yeah,
the home team.
Better give them boys
they
some
get the
beer.
home team on the opener. Usually have the home team playing. So yeah.
Well,
It's gonna be
there's also
proactive.
speculation that there was all kinds of people that were dying when they were building. They were using shoddy building stuff. So there's a lot of people that died.
Not
See,
even
that's-
speculate. Many deaths, and they had horrible living conditions. They had, you know, hundreds of people sharing 1 or 2 bathrooms with no showers, and they were bathing in the toilet, like literally in the toilet.
Did not know that. Wow.
Washing themselves, and they were under horrible work conditions, and in typical, you know, phalanges, you know, they have this like
Yeah.
method. It's basically a kind of modern slavery where, you know, and people had
Crazy.
people who came from India and Nepal and Bangladesh. They had to like pay thousands of dollars just to get the jobs, and once they get to the country, their bosses take their passports away, so they're basically like slaves because they can't leave without
Jesus.
their passport. And
Wow.
you know, many of them died building those stadiums, and it's horrible and whatever. So there's a lot of discussion
Yeah.
about FIFA and the World Cup and that, and in the sports world, I know
Oh.
that's a big deal.
It's all corrupt.
And so obviously people who are looking at trading
crazy.
things related to the sports world can certainly find some action. I would say also Anheuser-Busch, you know, the company that owns that, also a worthy stock to look at if you want to see some good scalps, especially on a week when they get all this kind of news. Which again, we don't trade the news; we look at the volatility. But when people are talking about assets in particular, You'll notice a lot more interest in it sometimes, especially when there are huge worldwide events where billions of people literally are looking at an event that's affecting the asset. Yeah, I mean, just the probabilities and the statistics will tell you everything you need to know about what's happening with the volatility and entropy. And then it's like place your trades based on those numbers and not on what the chatterboxes are going on about. But yeah, there's always tons of interesting stories happening. I mean, heck, you know, newspapers have to sell soap and mortgages. They got to do it somehow, so they got to fill the pages with interesting stories, whether they're right or wrong. It doesn't really matter. It's follow the narrative you like. You're sure to follow some story you prefer.
For sure.
And
For sure.
Well said.
Very well.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know. This week it tends to get, you see a lot more craziness stuff going on because a lot of the bigger traders aren't there or are here today or this week. So you'll tend to see stuff.
A lot of bot action for sure.
Yeah, they'll send to see stuff move, man. So, well, I appreciate it. I'm in and out, guys. Good to be back. Nice to see you. Thank you.
Yep. Good to see you.
Yeah, I'll be back in the morning, or I'll be on in and out all day, man.
Cool.
I gotta go be the in-house slave now.
Yeah, it happens.
I need soup.
Man.
I need soup.
Have a great day, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll see you guys.
See you.
It.
So I'm looking right here. There is. What are we doing?
Oh, by the
here?
way, I don't think we mentioned even on this stream, we are having, I mean, not that we pump it, but if you happen to be already in this community, then you probably know there is a Black Friday sale happening. So come and take advantage of it if you want. Just go to the Shop Alpha channel, take a look at what we're offering. And if you're new to this whole thing, we are offering a Black Friday deal and a holiday shopping season deal on our indicator access. But if you're really new to this, you shouldn't even buy what we're offering yet. To be honest, you should learn with our freely available tools. Just come into the Discord and get this chart that we show quite a lot on our channel of the freely available indicators that you can get to learn how to trade with our volatility, probability, and statistics tools. And this will essentially, it's a starter pack. That's why we call it the Volatility Starter Pack. There it is right there. Bilbo, thank you for putting that up on the screen.
Oh, yeah.
On the Bitcoin chart right there. And you can take a look right there. You see there the beautiful, beautiful chart indicators that show you exactly what the volatility and the correlation to the price action are doing on the right side. That's the AVP and the ATPC. And on the left side, you've got the AVQ and the ALR. And those three, well, there's four indicators, but the ones on the right are a pair of indicators. And there he's showing them at three different lengths and look backs. And the reason that he does that is to get a broader picture of what's happening on the short length, medium length, and high length. And those three indicator sets basically are available free to people who want to learn how to trade this way. And it is just incredibly powerful way to trade. So don't take our word for it. Learn how to use this, and then tell us how wrong you think we ought to use. Tell you to find and see these tools are amazing. So learn how to trade this way. And then upgrading to our Pro Tools, honestly, is a no-brainer. If you like winning a lot of trades based on math and not based on guessing, then you will really enjoy all the advanced tools that we have that are way above what these tools show you. As you've been looking at the charts throughout this live stream, you've probably seen, you've noticed all these other tools that we have. These tools right here are like the fundamentals tools for learning how to use divergences from the ALR, which is the alpha laser returns, how to read the volatility on the AVP and the correlation, which is like kind of the cornerstone of the whole concept of trading volatility. And then how to see basically nice trends to catch using the AVQ indicator, which is just incredibly accurate for a very directional indicator. That it might look like you're not going to catch exact tops and bottoms, but it's not intended to do that. But I will tell you, it is incredibly accurate as a directional indicator if you use it right, and you can play with all kinds of settings on it that'll kind of blow your mind once you get the hang of it. And if you like using something like the RSI, well, you probably shouldn't because it's built on bad math. But if you do, take a look at the AVQ and learn how much better it is. 100% than the RSI. 100%. I say that, and I'll go to bat with anybody who wants to use RSI against our AVQ. or against our ALR, frankly. But the AVQ is a super powerful tool, and it's relatively easy to learn, in my opinion. And it kind of just makes things a no-brainer if you want to learn how to make, essentially trending moves that go a good long while, and then knowing when to get in and when to get out. So anyway, that's what I have to say about that. Get our freely available tools, and then learn how to use them, and then upgrade once you're good and ready. It might take you a few weeks, might take you a couple months, but it is worth the time.
Yeah, this AVQ is interesting on the 4-hour on Bitcoin. I mean, you see the last time bands were tight, right? Had to move to the upside right before the dump. I mean, we're down here at the 3 SD band. They're all tight. I mean, could this work the other way? Sure it could. Look at the DLP. Bull div. Bull div. Volatility is interesting. Need another 4-hour close, which that's not coming soon, is it? Oh, it is, actually. 40 minutes. So I'm keeping an eye on this. I mean, this thing could turn around, just like it did up here, right? Went up, 3 SD band, then the dump. All right, now we're to the downside, 3 SD band, because this turnaround, the pump. I mean, there is bull div. It's bull div on the ALR. So let me go back over here on this 4-hour and look at this a little deeper. We got hidden bull on the returns oscillator. That's SPY. Wait a minute. Damn it, I was on. What? Hold on. Yeah, BTC. Let me flip this on BTC. Jeez, I got way too much shit up. Where are you, crypto? There you go. There we go. Yeah. Let's see.
Look at that returns oscillator, man.
Yeah. Just. This thing's dying to go into hard trend. When you're like this is where the band just get blown out. We're starting to slope back positive with this expansion. It's at 100% though. So the volatility needs to stay kicked up heading into pot. Well, this is tricky. This is tricky because it's setting up hidden bear on the returns oscillator.
And the DLP has been hitting those confidence intervals all the way down on that 4-hour.
Yeah. For sure. This thing's dying to go up.
Yep, and the Z-score also rising.
Z-score's charging off of the 99% confidence interval. Almost got to it. But yeah, usually when you're down here, you get down into these confidence intervals like this. All right, boom, whoop, right back to the top side. So let's see here. But there is no, These fishers doing?
Look how it's riding in between the first band, bands on the AT dev there on the right side of your, top right of your screen there. It's just riding along right between those bands. What's that tell you? That tells you things are narrowing, and it's going to be like, it's looking for the next move. It's basically setting it up.
Yeah, there's that 4-hour kind of
nailed. Wow.
Nailed.
Look at that.
95.4.
Beautiful.
Yep. 68.3 first. Or actually, yeah, opened up, pulled back to the 68.3, and then pumped right to the 95.4. Now it's pulled back a little bit. Of course. Probabilities, man. Probabilities. That's what we do here. It's all about the probabilities. I haven't looked at a 12-hour in a while. God, that looks droopy as shit. God, that 12 hours ugly.
Is that MJ's favorite time frame? MJ, is that still your favorite time frame?
Let's see here.
He's probably on that Monday call.
He probably is. Boom. No. What about over here? I mean, wow. There's no div at all. All these fishers are diving too. Tricky spot. Tricky spot indeed.
That's why the low time frames are our friend, because you've always got hills on the low time frames. That's the way the thing is.
Yeah.
So the little changes happen starting on the low time frames. You just manage that risk careful because it can move real fast, right? Especially on the low time frames.
Yeah. And SPY, right? We're getting these wicks into the top of the daily, but rejected down to the daily S1. So we'll have to see what happens here. I'm going to stick to my guns, though. Going into this week, if SPY can get up here and close some Close today's daily candle above this weekly. Could get real interesting the rest of the week. We stay below it. If we do not get above this weekly and we keep getting little tests like this thing is just going to dump. It's going to dump out. There's no doubt. You got to get some momentum here.
Look at that counter pair. Look at the Dixie.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's just something else.
Up, down, up, down. Yeah, the strength of the dollar. It's all piled up here inside this 4-hour candle. It's just piled up inside the 68.3 Laplace right here. Just chilling. Dang, Dixie on this 4-hour candle. Oh, it's only got 5 minutes left. Let's see how this thing closes. Let's see how this thing closes. Very interesting. Or what am I talking about? That's Jesus. Sorry, guys. For some reason, I thought I was looking at a 4-hour. God, this is a 15-minute. Closes in 5. This thing's trying to. If it closes this 15-minute above there, this thing can continue to rise. You're going to see everything else just dump. For sure. Strength of this dollar.
Yeah, dollar runs up.
It's important. Yeah, 10:30. Yeah, I think we've covered enough. First day of the week. We showed all these volatility ranges. Showed some. Let's get over here real quick. Let's just give some. Let's turn off these RMLRs. Boom, boom, boom. Turn off the PB2. There we go. So now we just got current candle levels on the new weekly. Okay, we got Bitcoin here. Let's give some probability levels. To the top side, 68.3 Laplace, 16.643. First standard deviation, 17.2. Second standard deviation, 18.7 area. The 95.4 Laplace is at 18, almost 8. Third standard deviation to the top side, 20.5. 99.7 Laplace, or wait a minute. Yeah, I gave the 68.3. Hold on, this is, what the hell is going on with my chart here? Oh, I got the power mean stuck in there. My bad, guys. Yeah, 99.7 Laplace, 22.350 area. To the downside, 68.3 Laplace is at 15.7 area. First standard deviation, 14.5 area. 95.4 Laplace, a little under 14. Second standard deviation, 13.3. Third standard deviation, 12.2. 99.7 Laplace to the downside. On this current candle, on the weekly chart, 11.7. Now that is for Bitcoin. That's the probabilities. Let's jump over. And we all know, all these cryptos, they're going to follow Big Boss. I don't even have to go look at these deviation levels. SPY, on the other hand. Here we go. And look where we're at on the weekly too, guys, right? This is such an important area going into the end of the month, right? From what I'm seeing on the chart, this thing's going to trend, right? How deep of a trend? Look at, there we go. So the top side of the monthly range is pretty much almost right on top, first standard deviation to the downside, right? So that's at about 381. The 68.3 Laplace to the downside's at 387. 2SD, 367. 95.4 Laplace, 365. 3SD at 354. 99.7 Laplace to the downside, 335. And if you're watching this for the first time, just keep watching. You'll start to understand what all these numbers and what I'm talking about, what it all means. And if you have any questions, don't be shy. Come into the public chats and ask. Right? A lot of people are afraid to ask questions. I'll tell you right now, there is not a dumb question when it comes to this stuff. I don't care how stupid you think a question is. Trust me, it's not a stupid question, and there's somebody else wondering the same thing. So by you asking that question, because sometimes people are shy, is going to help a lot of other people. So the 68.3 Laplace on the weekly on SPY, 395.15. Or no, sorry, that is the power mean. The 68.3 Laplace is 398.4. First standard deviation, 410. 95.4 Laplace, 422. Second standard deviation, 425. Third standard deviation, 441. Then the top of the Laplace distribution range on this weekly candle is at 459. We're going to get a move like that? If we do, holy shit. Right? Probabilities are against it. There's not a 99.7% chance this data set goes there. There's a 99.7% chance the weekly candle doesn't close above there. Just like right here, this weekly candle there's a 68.3% chance this weekly candle on SPY doesn't close above that area. Same thing to the downside. 68.3% chance it doesn't close below that 387 level. So this is what we do. We work on these probabilities. It's all that matters, right?
If
Look
you
at this.
narrow it down even, right? You can make it even half of that because it's either side of the mean is half of that probability, right? It's the 99 is like the full scope of the 3SD to the top side to the 3SD to the bottom side, just as the second is the 95.5 from the top side to the bottom side. So from the mean to the upside or the downside, it's a half of that number, which lets you hone in even further and get more specific on the probability. And like Bilbo said before, he's like, this thing looks like it wants to trend. And you look at the entropy indicator and you think to yourself, but it's in random mode. Well, yeah, well, look at what it does when it gets to full random walks. Does it just sit there? Or does it turn around and start to head back into trend? It turns around and heads back into trend, right? That's what it eventually will do. Might it take a couple more candles to do that? Yeah, but it's gonna get there, right? And it can be pretty sharp, and if you don't know what you're doing, you can get pretty wrecked if you're in the bad position. So learn how these tools work. And obviously, if you have any questions about them, ask, because it is incredibly important you don't make the wrong decision based on misunderstanding how the tool work, right? The tools work. So yeah, man. Good
sure,
info, dude. Good info. Look at it right at the power mean. That thing
right at it.
What do returns do? They mean revert. Where is it right now? It's at the mean. What does that mean it's going to do next? It means it will move away from the mean.
Yep.
That's what will happen. Returns will move away from the mean. One way or the other, they will move away. So keep that in mind.
Yeah. This is huge right here. I mean, you can see from the all-time high, right? Reject. What's going to happen here? We can close this weekly candle above here. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Let me see here. Better.
And if it closes below, also we could have a nice rundown for the end of the year. Why not?
Yeah. So that is the probabilities for SPY, giving them a Bitcoin. Let me see here. See, P-Funk popped up something about OXY with the oil dump. Let me see. Yeah, oil's continuing down. You know what? Let's pop on Tesla here. Tesla right now in between the 68.3 Laplace. Yeah.
Oil is taking, energy's taking a hit today.
Yeah, big time. Coinbase now. Coinbase on the weekly. Man, nothing exciting there. Let me see SPX. Yeah,
big time. You got
right at
red
the
across
power
the
mean.
board, oil and gas. Just red. Down day all across the board for energy.
Right. VIX was up a little more, man. It's kind of pulling back a little bit, chilling. Anything else popping out here? Anything else I can get probabilities on? And that's another thing too. You come into the Discord or even in the YouTube chat. If you want the probabilities for any ticker, I don't care what it is. If I can pull it up on TradingView, I'll give you the probabilities. Right? Are these important levels? Very important. Right? You want the probabilities on an asset, and I bring up chart. Screenshot it. Right? Keep it so you know what they are, because they do play a huge role. Right? Of where you're going to find. Where you're going to find some reversals at, no doubt about it. You get deep into these probabilities, man. I mean, I can show you time after time again of these probabilities getting hit. I don't care what you're trading. All right. Yeah, man. So let's see. Yeah,
you like trading Forex, by the way. If for some reason you like trading good old currency pairs, people do. These tools work the same. If you like trading commodities, these tools work the same. If you like trading stocks or crypto, these tools work just as well across any asset. Sometimes you got to tweak them a little bit here and there to get your settings on how particular assets go. But for the most part, as long as you're on the right settings for the time frame, they'll work on any given asset. They just do.
Yep.
That's how they're built.
You sure do. That's why you get these massive wicks. People don't understand. I mean, like this wick, this is pound yen. Almost a 3 SD move. Of course you pull back up. Of course you do. Where'd it pull back up inside? 68.3 Laplace. Okay, there was a 68.3% chance this thing pulled back up into here, and it did. And there's the 1 SD, right? So this is how these probabilities work. So when you wonder why, well, how can you? What the hell?
It shot up.
Yeah. Yep, for sure. Crazy. Yeah, I just wanted to point that
And
out.
what did it do from the mean? It moved away from the mean to the upside. And then what did it do when it hit that standard deviation to the upside there? It shot back down. It, again, returns mean revert. We see it all the time. That's all they do. The price action just follows it. So,
Yep.
Learn how these things work. If you're watching this stuff and you're new to this, learn how these things work. Learn the tendencies. Grab our volatility and interbeat cheat sheet. Learn the tendencies. That's how we trade.
Ooh, you're in the bubble tank. Every once in a while you cut out. But yeah, let's wrap it up. Get back at it tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. The link to our Discord is in the description of these videos. Come in, open up a support ticket, right? That's the first thing you're going to want to do. Open up a support ticket. Give us your TradingView username. We're going to drop some free indicators on you, right? We already have a chart set up. All you got to do is copy it. But yeah, that's going to be important to start to learn the VEPS, right? You want to learn the basics, right? The volatility and the divergence between price action and returns. That's what that chart's going to do for you. So yeah, come in, join us, get your free chart. All right. Other than that, we'll see you tomorrow morning, guys.
Yeah.
Yep.